Okay, so welcome back to the Baldcast. Which episode is it? The fourth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
definitely the fourth one.
welcome back to the Baldcast episode 4. I hope I hope everyone's doing well. I hope Ramadan ماشي معاكم كويس. And yeah, like
Don't forget, Max. You gotta say it.
I gotta say what?
Uh, inshallah, siyaman
Oh,
shahiyan,
oh, oh, I got
iftaran
صياما
maqbula.
شهيا وافطارا مقبولا. Yeah. صياما شهيا
Yeah,
وافطارا
man, you got,
مقبولا.
you got, you
Everyone.
gotta say that, man.
Um Yeah, man, the holy fucking shit. Like, I don't know. Like, this quarantine. Like, I don't even know what to say honestly. But this quarantine has gone way longer than we have expected, especially here in Sudan, because shit's getting bad right now. Like, I don't think we've reached our peak or peak point. Whatever, like whatever they say.
Yeah,
Because apparently it has to reach a peak for it to go down, and we haven't
for it
reached
to
that
start
peak.
going down.
In
Yeah.
fact, in fact,
ما
we're
هو
on our
المشكلة
way.
يا ماكس. يلا يا ماكس، هو
Dude, we're
مشكلتنا نحن في كشعب سوداني يعني انه like despite
متخلفين
يعني لا، غير انه متخلفين،
متخلفين.
انه يعني ما شاء الله. I mean, yeah, it's true. But like, yo, بجد يعني ما شاء الله يعني like the government, like they acted like really fast. ما عشان they got out the stay at home
True,
what's it called, the يعني the
the
quarantine
lockdown.
time. عشان انه يعني مثلا من الساعة 6 للساعة 8 or whatever, like they started that shit like really fast, you know. بس المشكلة الشعب السوداني يعني I don't want to curse يعني صراحة. Okay. ما داير
متخلف
اسب بالعافية.
متخلف. ما في
متخلف
اتنين ثلاثة
متخلف.
متخلف.
لا لا
لا لا
لا
Max
لا
Max Max you
متخلف،
have,
لكن
you have, you
كمان
have,
ما
you have to
شايف
add
نفسك.
you have to
انت
add
ما فاهم،
emphasis
انا
bro.
كنت داير
متخلف.
سبة كده. like الشعب السوداني ما داير سب يعني حنين، ولا داير سب بالانجليزي. يعني شفت انت داير سب كده يعني شنو، شوية عيب،
براو
فهمتني؟ لكن ما مش
حاجة براء كده، دايرين حاجة براء كده.
حاجة
لكن
براها. لكن
لكن
الدنيا
الدنيا
رمضان
رمضان ودايرين
ونحن
الدنيا
ناس
رمضان
محترمين.
ودايرين. I wouldn't say that. لكن الدنيا رمضان ونحن دايرين نعدي رمضان على خير.
شنو you wouldn't say
I would
that? Fuck you
I
mean?
wouldn't say I wouldn't say محترمين. I wouldn't do that. Don't lie to yourself.
اللهم
Allahumma. Um, how are y'all doing like with this thing? Because most probably they're gonna extend the time. No way in hell we're gonna go to uni on the 13th of May. زي ما قالوا ناس جامعتنا.
I can't believe that the university actually thinks and no, we're gonna come back to university and actually like start going back when everything's gonna be normal وما شاء الله تبارك الله. يعني
Nah.
معلش يعني like I love uni لكن I don't love the uni، فهمتني؟ like أنا بحب يعني الموضوع. امشي الاقي اصحابي، امشي اقعد عند حلوم،
Pretty much.
اتونس جبنات وما اعرف شنو. لكن it's like actually going to the university شوية يعني it's just like I feel like it's so stupid، فهمتني؟ لكن it's just like because like the amount of like just absolutely like insane decisions they've made كده يعني it's just like يعني it makes my
ايمن
brain want to explode.
هي جامعه دايره كيف اقول لك، دايره منفعه لروحها بس، especially the owner دكتور ابو بكر. they be like هم دايرين المنفعه لروحهم especially دكتور ابو بكر. so like
يلا
what are you gonna
لكن يا
expect.
ماكس
المهم
like
nigga
المهم
drives a
المهم
nigga drives a fucking S-class AMG bro. منفعة
I
شنو
know.
ثاني أكتر من كده يا أخي؟
عين money corrupts you. يعني بشير ده كان سايق شنو عليك الله، وانت تقدر تقول لي انه داير شنو اكتر من
nigga
كده.
had nigga had 2 Maybachs.
طيب that he's still gonna want more. ما في اثنين ثلاثه يعني. I'm not gonna say انه والله انا الرضي الطاهر ولما تجيني قروش خلاص احتفي بها. لا, I'm gonna want more.
True لكن
anyway
no by the way
anyway
there's a certain peak by the way لكن اللهم ها.
true لكن المهم how's y'all mental health going on, Ahmed?
For me it's like It hasn't changed from like the last episode. Like pretty normal, just like boredom. I'm used to like living like this because like I enjoy like staying at home because like
Mm,
I can find stuff to do at home. Like I
mm,
wake up pretty late. So like I, I I spend most of the day or days a bad way to put it. I spend most of the night just like chilling in my room and like even when I wake up like before Fatur, like I wake up, I brush my teeth, I pray. I help my mom with the food and like setting up the table and whatnot, and like making the
mm,
juices for like Fatur وكده.
mm.
And so like it's a routine and whatnot. So like I'm chill. My mental health is like stable. I guess you could say like this, like the quarantine thing hasn't really affected me as much as it might have affected other people.
مم. طيب يا سوشيال باترفلاي انت ايمن.
يا أخي والله like honestly اسكت ساي انت ذاتك. Honestly like يعني زي ما قلت man shut up okay stop laughing.
اوكي
لكن
اوكي.
يعني honestly يعني زي ما قلت انه like زي ما قلت on like the previous episode انه like يعني the beginning of the quarantine bummed me out. Like honestly يعني it's just like I'm getting used to it. I'm starting to do like just like very basic home workouts so that at least يعني when this quarantine is over لا قدر الله إن شاء الله soon يعني like I'll have like the idea of starting to go to the gym in my head. Like it's been in my head for like the past like 2 years, okay? But like يعني I'm trying to like make it into a reality instead of just like daydream going like,
Trying
oh
to
my God, how would
visualize,
I look
try
like?
visualizing it, man. Or what do
Yo,
the
I
whatever.
what
gotta
do the
get them
hippies say?
green.
What do what? Who say? What do who say?
Hippies, hippies,
Huh?
Hippies?
hippies.
I don't fucking know, dude.
Not cool, bro.
Nah, those are
I
anyways
mean,
surfers,
I
bro.
don't know, man.
anyways
ما
yeah
كل
ايمن.
واحد في النهاية. Hey, let me finish. Okay.
yeah I was gonna.
لكن like yeah, it's just like just basic home workouts, watching shows. Like, I just finished Community and like the final episode بجد it like hits so close to home, and I'm not gonna
No
lie,
spoilers.
tears. Huh?
No spoilers. Be careful.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil man. انا زول محترم زول مربى.
Okay.
لكن like what's it called, like the final episode just really hit so close to home, and like it brought back like some like very deep memories كده, and I'm not gonna lie, a few tears were dropped. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm, mm.
She was emotional. Like, and other than that, it's just like just regular just boredom, just like it's like I'm
Mm.
just like dredging through my days, yeah, and it's just like it's not like I can do much about it.
I guess we're all going through that. Yeah, I mean we're all passing by the days, I guess, because there's literally anything to do, especially here in Sudan, since we don't have online studying and we literally can't afford it, and and yeah, I
Bro, I'm
guess
I'm
Ramadan.
so fucking happy we
Yes.
don't have online studying, dude.
Uh,
We don't have what?
okay. Okay, so two parts of me agree with what you said. My lazy part agrees. My productive part doesn't, because I don't want to waste any more time. Because الثورة, I'm not bashing the Thawra, by the way, like in a Thawra really got us back. Like it really يعني كيف أوريك أخرتنا.
Yeah,
Because
it hit us really hard because like we
exactly.
couldn't do.
من ناحية time, yeah, it did. Because like yo, لو ما الثورة I would have already graduated. Like I'm not
حلو.
bashing يعني والله like yo, like if
None of us
لو
are. None of us
الثورة ما
are.
حصلت,
حاجة معروفة.
like by the time الثورة خلصت, I would have had like one last semester before I graduated.
Yeah,
وهسي
I would have.
وهسي المشكلة I have one last semester until I graduate وبعدين تجي كورونا. انا يعني in my life وغير كده it's like I didn't graduate high school. نحن كانت خارجنا from grade 11. Like we were just like yo give us our papers and we out. طيب بعدين جينا هنا والمشكلة الجامعة برضو ما عندها تخريج. I'm just like am I just never gonna graduate bro? Like is this gonna be my life?
ربك
The
كريم،
nigga
ربك
that
كريم.
never graduated.
We'll see يا مان، ربك كريم. المهم since we already opened about mental health, today's topic is going to be mental health in Sudan, how it's received. What does Sudan do for mental health, which most of you
Oh,
know nothing.
like
Uh,
anyone
and
knows like what they do, man. They just call you crazy or steril or some dumbass
yeah,
shit like they always do.
I was going to that. I was going to that. I guess
Yeah, sorry about that.
I guess you could say, no, how do I say this? Mental health. Here we have this obsession with, or not we, but the Sudanese people, I guess, have an obsession with toxic masculinity. انت كراجل you have to do,
Yes,
you
definitely,
you
definitely.
can't feel sad. You have to have rough skin for some reason. You have to be ashy as fuck. Uh,
Dude,
and
that shit's fucking disgusting, man.
exactly,
Like,
you have to like, I don't know. You have to do some certain shit that makes you, aka a man, which a lot of us don't agree with. But um, I guess one of the traits is not having or not talking about you being emotional. And I guess any type of emotional expression that aka a man in Sudan gives is feminine, which is fucking absurd. And what do you guys think? Ahmed, what do you think?
honestly, like the toxic masculinity problem here is like, it is insane, bro. Like, it is genuinely insane. Like, there's like, to give an example, there's this anime I watched. Okay, yes, for people who don't know me, like, I watch anime quite a lot, but like, there's
We
this
all do.
anime, and if, like, I don't know if you guys watched it, but like, Eamon definitely did. It's called Grand Blue, and like,
Oh.
Oh, I've seen clips. I've seen I've seen clips.
like that anime is genuinely one of the funniest anime I've ever watched. Okay, and I was trying to get my friends to watch it, and like, it's not like, it doesn't have like nude scenes per se, but like, they do get naked. They don't exactly show it, of course. They censor it because like Japan censors everything. But like, what's it called? Like, I tell my friends to watch it. They're like, okay, show me a scene. I'm like, okay, cool. I show them a scene, and like, I show them like the first episode, and like, this shit starts from like the beginning of the first episode. So like, I show them like the scene where like they play, like, spoiler alert for people, for anyone who would give a shit.
It's the
Like,
first episode. It's the first episode. Mahanak.
yeah, like, in for anyone who actually gives a shit, even if it's the first episode. Like, there's always that one person like, bro, that's for the first episode, man. But like,
Well, you're gonna have
what's
to.
it called?
Either way, you're gonna have to talk about the anime or like what's in it. If someone wants to ask, like in a huh?
Yeah. So like, they're playing rock paper
Oh,
scissors, but like with a catch. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, the person who loses has to strip a piece of clothing. Okay, and like, the main character of the story walks in to them like, like practically at the end of the game. So he sees them all pretty much naked, or like, not pretty much, like, actually full blown naked. So like, my friend goes like, I show my friend the scene, and it's like, that scene is actually like genuinely fucking hilarious, and he goes like, what the fuck, dude, oh my god, this is so gay. I'm like, what part of this is gay? How is this gay? What you see, like, the parts that need to be covered up are covered up. The only thing you're seeing are abs and fucking pecs and arms, like, and legs. Like, what part of that is gay? Like, I want to, like, when you look at your own legs or your own arms or your own kersha, are you gay? No. Like, the shit makes no sense, dude. Like, Like they have this weird mentality with when it comes to like how like what it is being a man who like that kind of shit. Like it's so fucking weird and it's so annoying
True.
and it would have
What
been
about
fine if it
what?
wasn't that aggressive. Once like last point, Malish. Like it would have
Mm,
been fine if it wasn't so aggressive, but like they just like shove it into like everyone's face, and that's what really pisses me off.
true, but that was not our topic. It was mental illness. So I
Malish,
guess
Malish,
you can
that's
tell me what you think about mental illness in Sudan. I guess.
Amen.
All right. طيب. Well, honestly, like I don't want to like يعني say that I know وأنا زول عارف لكن يعني like I really I did like you know a lot of googling and shit يعني من ناحية like mental health and stuff so but like I'm not gonna say I'm a professional ولا حاجة I'm just gonna say إنه like I have some لكن في النهاية it's just like
Some
لكن
knowledge.
من ناحية knowledge bro you gotta get that knowledge it's not about the Lambos it's about the knowledge
It's not about my
لكن
Lambo or these 10,000 books that I have.
it's about لكن anyways mental health يعني obviously it should be taken seriously everywhere فهمت should be taken like يعني هو بس المشكلة إنه في السودان we're so like يعني التفكير هنا is just so backwards that everyone like if a man says he's he's sad بيقول لك استرجل if a chick says she's sad they're like go fuck yourself and if someone has like even the slightest like sign of like I don't know anxiety or some kind of disorder بيقولوا الزول مجنون ما تمشي تتكلم معاه الزول
That's
مجنون
just fucking weird, man.
it's not just weird it's actually insane like they don't see these people as as people that need help that need like يعني medical attention they see them as like these freaks of nature that should be avoided فهمت and like that's just like yani obviously it's disgusting it's absolutely horrendous and like you like to look at a person and go like oh my god he's crazy let's just avoid that nigga like how in the right mind could you think that way نحنا I don't want to get like deep or something about this like نحنا like it's in our like code as human beings انه نحن نتجمع and we become a community so that we can survive it's like and it's just like it's basic survival and like we come together to form packs so you could say and like we work off of each other's like skills or we learn or we just like you know في النهاية يعني we become a community فهمت how are you going to become a community when you shun people just because they're a little bit different صح هنا
Well,
في السودان that's the problem even if you're just like a tiny bit different it's like you don't even have to have a mental illness so that they can shun you if you just like show a tiny bit of like being open-minded they go like oh my god what the fuck off dude what are you gay what حتى if you're not gay what are you do you support them صح يلا تخارج مننا or something like that like it's just like I find it insane honestly like I guess that's like what I have to say about like mental illness
well, I guess you could say, yeah. I mean, pretty much everything you said is what happens here, and the lack of care for people who suffer from mental illness is just. I don't. I like this is a pretty tough topic for me. Um,
Mm.
when I first came here, I started to look into therapists and whatnot, and I've went to a couple, and I was shocked to realize I know each and every single therapist بيقول لي حاجة تانية. Like it was so bad to the point where one therapist قال لي الحكاية دي كيميائية which I agree it's chemicals in the brain. لكن he told me he told me like he gave me this like terkiba, tamam. It wasn't medicine, it was normal food. And then he was like, this terkiba will get your brains back together. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? He
What?
literally said, this terkiba will get your chemicals balanced. And I was like, how in and what in God's name? المهم, um I realized by
Bro,
time
what?
I realized by time انه mental illness is something that is not considered here in Sudan because people, I guess people don't believe in it. The basic idea is if you're depressed معناه انت ما قاعد تصلي معناه انت ما قريب من
Yeah,
ربك
yeah, definitely.
معناه
I was going to mention that at some point, like, cause like it's they always tie to like your faith and whatever. Like it's when like it in actuality it has nothing to do with it, you know, and it's really annoying.
exactly exactly like انت yeah basically انت ما بتصلي انت ما قريب من ربك so the basic answer would be امشي صل if anyone cared the basic answer would be امشي صلي ركعتين وما اعرف اقرا لك كم ايه و you're gonna be fine
Come on,
وعلى
yeah,
اساس
yeah.
انه it's not gonna be an issue in as if it's not an issue in your brain and maybe you need some type of help لكن it being like the sad part is it being quote unquote feminine thing in Sudan. I don't want to talk about I don't want to dwell too much into it being a feminine thing because basically that's not our topic. I guess our topic is mental illness as a whole in general. Like I guess one of the points would be انه if a man says he's depressed, I guess انه هو got بيقول لك استرجل زي ما ايمن قال and basically in the feminine side where they say it's feminine, they don't care about it. Like either they care as in oh wallahi they want that girl for oh wallahi they're gonna show quote unquote care so that no wallahi ma hanak, like she would get close to them and some type of way they would be together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
God knows.
That's basically
Yeah,
very
Ye-
basic على أساس يحنك.
Yeah,
it's definitely like I really don't want to use this, but like it's frustrating that like I can't think of another way to put this, but like it's a tactic that guys use here. Like it's definitely a tactic that
it
guys
is.
use here.
It is. And it pisses me off. Like it really ticks me off. And a lot. Also, the even more disgusting tactic is that some guys, I've realized this by the way, because nowadays الناس عاملة فيها open minded. ف
Yeah, definitely.
هاي بجد.
nowadays the guys would act like they're depressed عشان the girl comes in, cares and does whatever. عرفتها؟ فالنظام
I
عامل فيها
actually
والله
heard. لا
ها
لا كمل. I don't mean to cut you off. كمل.
um but yeah, honestly, anyone who is depressed, uh I don't know, like if you're gonna come to Sudan and you're depressed or diagnosed or whatever, you're gonna suffer here. Like I'm speaking from experience. You're gonna suffer here. Like and Allah يكون في
The
العون.
thing
Like
is,
what
it's
else can I say?
the thing. Like I just want to add to that. The thing is, it's not only if you suffer from depression. It's like if you suffer from any mental illness, like ADHD, ADD, I can't remember the
Oh
rest.
yeah. If you suffer from
OCD.
any other, like they label you as majnoon.
Yeah. It's fucking insane. They label you as majnoon, not as like mentally disabled. Like it's genuinely like
Like
it's
you
crazy.
know the only illness, the only like mental illness, and it's not even a mental illness. It's like genetic. The only illness I've seen them like actually like go like oh okay la these guys need help اللي هو Down syndrome. Like if they see someone with Downs they like كده يعني يا دوب بيكونوا محترمين and they go like oh معلش I don't mean to say معلش like oh like يعني they start like showing some form of respect towards the person as a human يعني فهمت لكن everything else they just start labeling them as زول مجنون or زولة مجنونة.
Um, well,
It's really weird.
well, I'm not sure where you've seen that, but I've seen
I've
they
seen
they
people make
treat
fun
them
of the people with Down syndrome. Like
pretty
it's
much, and
it's
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 it's the norm. Making fun of them is the norm.
Mm.
sadly.
It's
But
the
like
norm, yes. لكن
I've
انت لو
I've
جاك
also
واحد
seen.
او واحدة عنده او عندها داون syndrome قدامك, you're not gonna make jokes or say anything about them قدامهم. One, two, you're not gonna be like spiteful towards them. You're gonna try, or يعني, like at least this is me. You're gonna like try and be يعني mindful of them. يعني you're not gonna try and be a dick. You're gonna try like treating them like a regular person, although albeit it might be somewhat awkward. يعني, but you're still not. You're
Mm,
still gonna try and treat them like a normal human being. What happens on social media and what happens in real life isn't always the same.
obviously.
يعني people like like people meme going like, oh, you're a downy, oh, you have Down syndrome, oh my god, you're so stupid. Like in real life, when it really comes to it, yeah, no one's gonna be like pointing and laughing at the person with Down syndrome. I don't want to say it
Even
as Down.
even with any other type of mental illness, like if they know that you have a type of mental illness, they're obviously gonna make, if it's in person, they're gonna make fun of you behind your back, obviously. Like in on social media,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's pretty different because everyone's so brave behind their keyboard all of fucking sudden, and
Keyboard warriors, man.
pretty much. But do you guys have like any kind of I guess experience with that kind of behavior, with that kind of quote unquote trait, Ahmed?
What do you mean
Down
trait?
syndrome, you mean?
No, not Down, not Down syndrome. I mean like
Like,
Dude,
you need to be more specific, dog.
I
You
mean
need to be more specific, dog.
I meant mental illness as a whole. Ma
Mental
just
illness as
Down
a
syndrome.
whole. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never like gone to like, I don't know which one it is. It's either psychiatrist or psychologist. I'm not sure which one. Wait, isn't psychiatrist the one
psychiatrists
for
give
like the
you meds.
medicines?
Psychologists are the ones that talk to you.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I've never gone to like a proper psychologist, or like, not what I've never gone to a psychologist, period. But like, so like, even if I do have a mental illness, I have no clue. Like, the extent, like, the worst thing I have, like, it's pretty fucking obvious. I have like a really bad stutter, but like that's pretty much it. Like, otherwise I'm pretty normal. Like every other human being, I get sad, like, even if it's like way too often, in my opinion. But
Mm.
like it's not like, like, I've never been like suicidal, or what's it called,
Mm.
like, I don't like, it's not that I don't associate, it's that like I don't really think that I do have a mental disease or a mental illness, because like
Mm.
I don't see any signs of myself having them. Not that I've Googled it or whatever, because like Google isn't exactly a noteworthy place of like self-diagnosing, because like, leave the
Yo, man,
diagnosing
yo,
to the
yo, yo,
doctors. You
guys,
know what
guys,
I'm
guys.
saying?
Let me. I have a slight cough. Let me just Google what I might have. Oh shit, guys, I have lung cancer.
You have lung cancer. Holy shit, man! You're gonna fucking die in 6 days. Holy shit, man!
It's
لا
pretty
لا
much,
Dude,
لا
you
yeah,
لا
it's
Google
pretty
you
much.
Google any symptom. You Google literally. You Google any symptom. They're straight up. You're gonna die. Like, that's
Mm.
like the first thing that you like. You could be like, oh my god, I have a tear dripping out of my eye. Okay, they wouldn't be like, dude, you're crying. They wouldn't be like, oh, you yawned. They'd be like, dude, you have this disease, and it has a possibility of being fatal. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yo, ما hard. You can't breathe right. يا man عندك corona, or you have heart disease or some shit and you're gonna die. Like, yo, بجد, like WebMD or Google is not like a reliable way to diagnose any kind of like illness. خليك من mental illness.
True, true. What about you, Ayman?
غايته for me, like, I mean, honestly, I don't see it as an illness. Like, and I think, okay, I'm not sure because, like, also I never went to like a proper or I never went to a psychologist. Period. Like, and I think I have like
Mm.
slight OCD, slight, like ما حاجة كده دراع, and it's just like I always like, يعني, I have a certain way, like a certain way of doing things that I guess sometimes isn't conceived as the norm. بس
Mm.
like to me انا كده بشوفها حاجه مرتبه جدا, و it's like if someone comes and messes it up, it like actually like شويه كده بتجهجهني في راسي, فهمت? Like مع انه like, yeah,
Yeah, but
like I'm saying slight because like I don't have to do these things, but like when I do things the way I want to do it, it just feels so right and it makes me feel at peace كده من جوا. لكن when I don't do them يعني I feel irked كده لكن like it's not a must. لكن something else يعني I don't think I've told many people or like I really honestly I don't wanna like really talk about this لكن ما حنك because of the topic لكن
If dude, if you
uh
don't want to talk, if you don't want to talk about it, عادي. Like you can just say a
لا لا
surface
لا
thing about it.
it's not that like لا المشكلة انه I don't want to talk about the surface thing because لكن ما مشكلة
Hmm.
I'll sacrifice for the podcast and
Okay.
no because like I think like Max you already know this I
What an
don't know if Ahmed.
admirable guy sacrificing for the podcast.
Yes man I got to sacrifice for my homies for my bros
Uh-huh.
لكن I don't know when it started I know when it ended which was like around زمن الثورة لكن I'm pretty sure I was like depressed 100 like
Hmm.
يعني 99 to 100% sure I was depressed because I'm sure that someone that isn't depressed doesn't think about suicide constantly فهمت
Hmm. Hmm.
but like that was like years that was like about like until like يعني I don't know when because like most of like my memories of those times are like gone I don't remember anything from like my high school life except like you know the big impact moments فهمت but like I guess
Hmm.
that you could say that for everyone like I'm just saying and any uh okay and like a lot of the times like when I'd be dozing off it wouldn't just be me dozing off I'd just be thinking about like you know I don't want to say the word man
Killing yourself.
because like it's yeah
Hmm.
like I'd be like thinking about like how I do it where like how I do it how like if I'm gonna leave a note or not or just like some like really like like getting into the like specifics of how it's going to happen you get me like
Hmm.
and the thing is إنه زمان we used to chill at my friend's rooftop and let me tell you it was not a short rooftop it was very high up
Hmm.
and like I'd be sitting there and like sometimes like when I doze off I'd just be like I wonder what would happen if I like you know that meme where it's just like you know what if I no I mean yeah should I you get
Y'all,
me It's-
I would have said, I would have said, y'all mind if I? Then joking. That's
Jesus Christ, y'all. Jesus Christ,
that's a
guys. Oh
classic.
my God. Oh
That's a
my
classic
God.
meme.
يلا فهمت
Uh-huh.
like
Jesus.
it was
Man.
like I don't want to give a specific number because like I don't know the number because I don't know when it started like it was definitely for like a very big part of my life but like I remember the first I don't remember when it was like and I remember I was like very young when like the thoughts first started coming like and
Hmm.
alhamdulillah like I never had any urges like to actually like do it and like يعني Allah مرقني from the like the dark way of thinking that I had back then لكن like the thoughts definitely started coming when I was very young like until like I don't know I guess like 2 years ago or something like that it just stopped
How?
and like, it made me feel so free huh
طيب, let me ask you how. What was the was there a reason? Was there like a very known reason as to why you started feeling that way or why you started thinking that way?
like يعني it was like I don't honestly like if when I really try thinking about it like you know getting into the like يعني deep into my mind like I can think of reasons like I'd rather not say them this is something I won't sacrifice like and I won't say them
I see.
this is يعني I may be admirable but not that admirable I had my reasons I had my
Mm,
reasons
mm.
past tense
I won't
لكن
lie.
right
Like
now الحمد لله.
even even me, like that around that same time, like I wasn't like going through. I wasn't like extremely depressed. Like I was depressed for like stupid reasons, you know. Like, oh my god, I didn't get the girl I wanted. Oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to go to prom with my friends or my like
Those
really
are
stupid
I
reasons.
wouldn't say those are stupid reasons because those are feelings, those are emotions. So I wouldn't really categorize them as stupid feelings because those are very valid feelings you're feeling. So
ايوه
Fair
يا
enough.
دكتور ماكس يا.
not a no.
Ah,
Come on,
sabi
man.
kom
I'm trying
ya,
to lighten up the mood.
sabi kom ah, sabi kom.
I صعب كم يا.
Jesus. Um.
like like my point, like I know they're not stupid reasons, like they're valid reasons for someone to get like sad and shit, but like it hit me a little too hard, you know. Like I was like one of those uh you know what, not even gonna say it.
Okay.
Not worth it, not worth it,
I guess
genuinely
I
not
guess I
worth it.
I kind of understood what you said. I guess your feelings were a bit vulnerable. Let's say maybe.
Definitely, yeah. And like at that point, I didn't have anyone to turn to for
Hmm.
like not like advice, but like I didn't have anyone to like turn to. Like the people
We
I
like
like.
both of us. We didn't really have the like any like sort of like like emotional support, I guess. Like we had
Hmm.
our bros, we had the boys and all that, yani, and we, like obviously we
But
had
like the
our like talks
even the
about like
boys,
very deep shit.
but like it's deep shit that's like that like all of us can relate to. Like they're not going to be able to relate to like everyone has like their own perspective on the things that's going on in their life. Like people are gonna have like different degrees of sadness, I guess you could say. Like one person might be sad about a certain thing more than someone else. You get me? But like my point is that like there wasn't really a lot of support, mostly because like the shilla, like the people that I talked to, like we were just the boys, and like honestly, I was mostly the one trying to provide support for like my friend. Like I'm not gonna lie, like my friends are there for me. Where like I like my bros, like when I need them, they're there for me. And I fucking love them. Like literally my bros for fucking life, you know. Like I met them at like I've met them like since middle school. I still talk to them to this day, you know. But like it's just at that point in my life, like they weren't like I don't want to say like they weren't supportive. Like they were supportive, but like it wasn't. It was just like that like pat on the back, like it's okay, bro. You'll get through this, bro. Like that shit doesn't really help you. Get what I'm saying?
I guess you could say it's not enough.
Yeah.
I mean, يعني أنا غايته like at that point in time, it's not يعني زي ما أحمد قال, like I knew they were there for me and all of that. لكن أنا كزول يعني okay, I'm not gonna say now because now like I'm like open book عديل. Like if you ask me how I'm feeling, I will tell you word for word how I am feeling. No, nothing missed because like زمان, like and I hated this about myself. And no, I'd always repress my feelings. I wouldn't like talk about how I'm feeling at all. Like if I was pissed, if I was sad, if I was like, happy or anything, which was very rare, yeah, like in whatever I'm feeling, I would just repress it and keep it inside me and just bottle it up. Like no
Yeah,
matter what,
definitely.
I
That
would
was
never.
definitely that was definitely a thing. Like uh, not just me or Eamon. Like most of my friends did like when we were slightly younger. Like like it feels so wrong saying like when I was like younger, even though like I'm fucking 20. I'm not freaking 40. Like basically like a few years ago to put it better. Like
Into perspective.
yeah,
Mm.
I was a lot
Like in
worse at like understanding my feelings.
no, يلا هو المشكلة. Yeah, it's like I didn't understand what was going on back then. مع إنه like yeah, I did have some slight like understanding of like what's really going on. Like, and it's just like I didn't really think about it much because like like at the end of the day, like and until now, I can basically just like switch off my emotions like it's nothing. فهمت? Like and I can just like not give a shit about anything. Like in like I don't do that anymore because yani it just like it doesn't feel right. And like whenever I do that, it feels like I'm sort of like reverting back to like what I was back then. And I really don't want to see myself going back to that because it just feels so wrong. فهمت? That's why I feel like I know like a main reason of like or not a main like one of the reasons why it kept on why I was still like actually depressed, why or like why it kept on going was because like I didn't really talk about it to anyone. Like I always like gave like when I tell you that I was a snake, يعني like fuck the oh my god two-faced snake وما أعرف شنو. لا, I was the literal definition of a snake. I would like put like I would just put on the face you like that I knew you needed me to put just so that like the conversation would go on or like just so like I can like chill with you or whatever. Like you wanted me to be
I mean,
happy, alas I'm happy for you, bro. Want me to be sad for you, I'm sad with you, bro. Like, يعني like in inside it's literally just like this empty husk of like darkness.
I honestly like I want to say that like even now I still feel that like sometimes, not always, but like there's still times where like I'm like dude, what like I don't know why I'm sad or like why it's happening, but like I still feel like shit. And like I feel like shit is like a really like bad way to put it, but like it's an understatement because like you don't it's like you don't feel anything. And that's not like you literally do not feel anything. Like you don't feel sadness, you don't feel happiness, you don't feel tired. Like you feel tired, like you feel
You
tired
feel
obviously, but like
emotionally numb.
yes, exactly.
يعني كده me and you have been
Anyways,
talking a
Max.
lot. احلى
Yeah,
كده
yeah,
يا
yeah,
ماكس، صحيح
Max,
انت
Max.
ما قلت اي حاجه.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, well, I guess since we already opened the topic,
Mm-hmm.
um, I guess you could, I guess, I mean, not I guess, I'm pretty much fully diagnosed with severe depression and anxiety. The reasons being, uh, me always being petrified with, as a kid, even me being petrified with, or terrified with what people might think about me having to do certain things, certain ways for me to be acceptable in a certain society because I was too different when I was a kid. And obviously that would make me be a target for, bullying. And
Mm-hmm.
whenever I spoke to my parents about it, they'd usually throw me off and say خليك في قرايتك or استرجل, that kind of thing. And yeah, ever since then I've tried not to think much of it. I've tried to go their route, I guess, or think about, oh, wallah, it's not manly to be depressed, or it's not manly to be sad. So I just try to push
Yeah,
to
definitely.
I guess I try to push my
Sorry
way
to cut.
through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's definitely something that like happened a lot with me. Like even in my friend group, I guess you could say. Like a lot of people would just be like, dude, just like suck it up, man. Like it's not that bad or like whatever. But it's just like they don't really understand. It's like
I
that
wouldn't
sounds
say
really.
يلا. It's not that
I
they
wouldn't
don't
say
understand, it's that they just don't know what يعني ما they just don't understand. Like هم يعني ما
That's what
like
I just said though.
لا انت ما
yeah.
فاهمني. Like like it's not that they don't understand how you're feeling. Is that they don't understand why you're feeling that, like why you're feeling that. Like for example, something bad happened. Okay, like they'd expect you to feel sad. Like in مثلا they don't expect like the extent to how sad you feel. Like مثلا something happened, like something sad happened. Like and everyone's just like, oh, that's sad. And then like they go to بيشوفوا واحد تاني and like he's like bawling his eyes out. And they're like, dude, why are you bawling your eyes out? It's just like something that's moderately sad. Like that, it probably affected him more than it affected anyone else. So why? So just like don't ask questions and just be there for the person. You get me?
Mm. Well,
I mean,
yeah, and I guess I'm not gonna say the reason why I was taken to a psychologist, but um, my dad was forced to take me to a psychologist, and I guess I was at the age of 12, 11, 12. Either I was 11 turning 12 or I was already 12 by the time. And
okay.
the said doctor was a friend of my father's, and he realized how I was acting, and he offered my dad for a checkup or whatever. But anyway, one of the days where he was forced to, he found convenient to go to him. So we went, and I guess yeah, he pretty much diagnosed me, and uh, he has said that it was there for a while. It was there for years. He said because genetics. And when I found that out, I realized my dad was not depressed, but my mom was, and she was in denial. I guess she basically had الفكرة الرجعي basically, and oh, it's nothing, just pray and whatever, and you'll be good. But she knows it's true. She knows what to do, but she's just in denial because I guess that's how she was brought up, and I don't blame her. And I don't even I honestly speaking, I don't blame my parents for how they treated my mental illness because it was how they were brought up. Like
It's how they were
Yeah,
raised.
yeah.
أنا
yeah,
برضو like I wanted to say إنه it's like I don't blame like it's not like I can't blame them for anything because I never really talked to them. I never really talked to anyone about how I felt or the lack
You didn't even
thereof
talk
of
to me, man.
huh?
You didn't even talk to me, dog.
I didn't talk to anyone. خليك من my close friends, my best friends, people I thought were family. I didn't talk to anyone. أنا لا وريت زول ولا زول اشتغل بي. I told you I was as fake as they can be, as they come. لكن في النهاية it's like I knew that even if I brought it up, that they would react the way that they would react the way like any like other Sudanese parent would اللي هو استرجل أو صلي or like they مثلا like they'd be here there for me لكن after a while مثلا they'd start going like bro just like استرجل فهمت لكن في النهاية like if they were to react that way I wouldn't blame them because who في النهاية that's how they were raised ويعني it's just like يعني في النهاية I can't exactly change how they were raised even if I open their mind to like open their mind يعني هو يعني ما شاء الله والحمد لله يعني I was raised by like very open-minded parents لكن I'm not gonna say إنه like they don't have some of the يعني traditional ways of thinking بتاع السودانيين يعني. So like it's still it like so يعني في النهاية it's just like uh one sec هو في النهاية like I still like even if I went to them I don't feel like I would have gotten somewhere and I don't blame them for that I guess is what I'm trying to get at.
um well, yeah, I mean, going back to what I was saying, I don't really blame them for that. They were raised that way. That's how they were brought up, especially from where we're from. We're pretty much from a small village. حتى الناس فيها يعني most of them are ignorant, like not just of mental
Yeah,
illness, but a lot of things, and
I
especially religion. So
كان قلت لنا story a while back.
yeah, so
I think it was last episode.
yeah, but yeah,
I
I
think it was
guess
the second episode, like in whatever.
yeah. But anyways, um, I'm not the type to talk. I'm not the type to talk a lot. I bottle up a lot of stuff because I'm not gonna, how do I say this? I'm not gonna put myself on a higher pedestal. That's not my intention. But the shit I've been through, or what I've been through, is something that no human being should go through. And I'm surprised I'm still alive, to be honest, because a lot of the stuff I've been through, not just around me as in shit that actually happened, but in my head, because a lot of the stuff actually is in my head. and the shit that's in my head and the shit I've had to go through and the physical pain even that I've had to go through is something that no human being should should go through, and therefore I bottle up whatever happens because I don't want to how do I say this? I don't want to give anyone the third person experience. I guess them
Like
imagining it or them trying to understand.
I get
I like
I guess
because
like
obviously. Mhm.
I guess I got what you're trying to say. Like there's definitely the aspect of like you don't want to like burden someone else with like your pain.
It's
That's
not
like something that like
well, that's one of the things, obviously, but it's not necessarily burdening them with pain, but it's because I don't want them to feel. I don't want them to. I don't want them to
feel bad
try
for
and
you.
no, not feel bad for me. I don't want them to try to imagine what I've been through because then they'll have a slight understanding of what I've been through. And therefore they will also be affected by that imagination because, a lot of the stuff that happens in your head might actually happen or you just feel some type of way. So I don't want them to feel
Fair
that way.
enough.
So I basically just keep to myself. However, I'm not, like Emin said, I'm not two-faced. Uh, I guess I just hide stuff. I just hide. In plain sight, I hide, but I don't fake emotions. Like if I'm genuinely happy at said situation or said period of time, I'd be actually happy. And if I'm feeling, if I'm laughing, it's me genuinely laughing. It's not me faking it just so I could, hide the fact that I'm depressed, but it's more of a me bottling up things and me learning how to live around my depression because the more I realized, the more I try to fight it, the stronger it gets because it's been there for a while
That's that that's
and pretty much
definitely
and
something that that's like the more you like deny it or like the more you fight against it, the worse it gets.
yeah
Like I
and
like I
and
يلا هو
yeah
go
man.
on.
أنا like at some point like اللي هو يعني after يعني like I really don't like saying it this way but like that's exactly how it felt for me اللي هو يعني لما انفكت مني because like it literally the day I woke up and like I felt better it felt like chains were removed from my entire body like I don't know how but I got that physical feeling that like chains were removed from like that's why I
Mm,
use the word لكن هي لما انفكت مني I slowly started realizing انه like يعني I'm not saying it's wrong Max bottling up لكن like that bottling up isn't always the answer sometimes it's right to bottle some emotions لكن I'm saying انه it's not always the answer like يعني هسي أنا like whenever I feel sad or that I feel like I'm regressing back to like what's going on like هسي يعني I have like the friends that I can talk to and like they'd be there for like and I go and vent to them most of the time I don't even know why I'm feeling that way like in النهاية I have those friends that like انه بمشي لهم وبقول لهم يعني guys I'm feeling sad ويعني it's just like I don't know just like I just go to them and I'm like and like I go like yo by the way I'm sad and like they like try and support me فهمت and that really helps me, to keep me to bring me back up again. It helps
mm.
with that kind. It helps a lot, not just a little. It helps a lot.
Well, um yeah, that's true on to a certain extent, but yeah, I guess I just realized that the more I fight it, the stronger it gets. So I just learned how to live with it. I wouldn't say giving up. That's a strong term, but although I have a lot of the times given up, but um, I was forced to learn how to live around it because to live with it. My bad, because I didn't have any other choice. Because the sessions that I had were stopped by my dad because he did not want to spend. Um, and a lot of the times I was scared of what people would think of me if they knew, oh, I'm depressed. Oh, he has anxiety. Let's treat him some special type of way so he doesn't feel like. I don't want that. Like that's pity. I don't want pity. That's something that I've never wanted in my. I want people to treat me the way they want to treat me. If you feel like I'm a piece of shit and you want to treat me like shit, go ahead. If you feel like you need to do whatever the fuck you want around me, do whatever the fuck you want around me. I literally don't care. That's not something that's gonna affect me because in the end everything is in my head. So I don't want you to treat me like I'm some special type of human being where you have to be careful what you say or be careful what you do or else you'll trigger me. No, if you want to do whatever the fuck you want, go ahead, do it. Like most of the depressed people are like that. They don't want to be treated some special type of way. And sadly, a lot of people do that. So I guess you could say I was pretty scared of that, and I still am, to be honest. Like I don't like if I feel like someone's treating me special because I'm depressed or I'm anxious, I'm just gonna not be with them or be their friend. Although I'm pretty sure they're pretty fine people, but that's something that I don't want happening. And I guess when I grew up, uh, I wouldn't say, well, for a certain time it was stable, but recently it has becoming it whoa, great English. Um, it I
English,
realized
English, very good.
no
English, very
English,
good.
English, but I
Nah, bro,
realized
I'm
that
trying to copy South Park, dude. English.
oh South Park. I can't remember the last time I watched an episode, dude. But
I think it's still
anyway,
going, like in Mahanak.
probably. But anyway, I realized that at a certain point that shit's getting worse, especially when I moved here. Um, because as soon as I started to kind of open up about it there in Abu Dhabi, and I've started to see a community where I can peacefully fit, it was not stripped away, but I guess the only way I could put it is stripped away. But it was, I guess, less intense than that, you know. And me coming here and realizing how life works here was the main reason why it basically worsened my condition. But yeah, I guess that's all I can say about myself. I'm not gonna go into it a lot because there's a lot of personal shit that I really don't wish.
I mean, I get your perspective, Max, and like, well, I definitely agree. Sometimes, sometimes it's like really annoying when like people treat you a specific kind of way just because you have like a mental disorder or whatever. But like for some reason, I just find that like with like I like other than you, I also have another friend who's like really or like has been or okay, I can't say that I know. I haven't seen him in like 4 years, but I do regularly talk to him. Like I can't say that like he's like I've been treating him the same way ever since I first met him, and like it's not like I treat him just like I would treat anyone else. Like it's but like there are certain times where like where I'm just like, you know what, I'm not gonna say this thing, I'm not gonna talk about certain topic or whatever, just so that like I don't like trigger something like in his mind or whatever. Like it's the same way like if someone has like daddy issues, like I don't know why I went to that, but like if someone has daddy issues, like you wouldn't exactly talk about their dad, you know.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do I do
I
get
mean that's true. Yeah.
that, but however, personally, at least, I'm not gonna speak for depressed people because I'm not really I'm not really someone who can speak for depressed people because each and every single depressed person has their own type
Yeah,
of depression.
it's different for every person, yeah.
Yeah, so personally, even if it triggers something for me, I'd rather you be honest than lie to me. Because later on, when I realized that you lied to me or you hid something from me that was crucial, it's gonna trigger
Yeah,
me
it's gonna be a
10
lot
times.
worse. It's gonna be a
It's
yeah,
gonna
it's gonna be a
trigger
lot
me
worse.
10 times worse. So I would rather, 100% would rather be hurt by whatever you have to say, whatever you have to do right now, than be hurt later and it being 10 times worse than it could have been.
Okay, guys, I sorry to like just like put a stop to this point. Like, and I wanted to ask you guys, مع إنه like معلش يا Max, I'm not the host. Like, and I wanted to ask you guys,
That's fine.
like, إنه من ناحية psychology and like if someone like starts thinking about doing psychology هنا في السودان, like obviously الناس هيقول عليه oh my god, like الزول ده مجنون وما مجنون وما عشان ما عشان. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I've have personally I haven't seen such a thing. I haven't really seen anyone be ridiculed for wanting to study psychology, because in the end it's available in Sudan, so it's available for a reason.
Dude,
So
okay, genuinely, like I'm like that is a lie, Max. Like I have genuinely seen people who want to study psychology, and like their parents tell them no. Like I've seen people who like genuinely think like psychology is like a stupid subject, like it like that shit doesn't exist. Like I'm not talking about like parents or like old people or whatever. Like I'm talking about like people our age. They go like, "What the fuck is psychology? Why would I
no,
study that? It's a useless
Ahmed,
subject."
Ahmed, but that's not what I
Yeah.
said. I said I haven't experienced or seen someone that has gone through something like that. Like that's not. I didn't say it didn't exist. I said I didn't. I don't know anyone that has been through it, or at least the people that I know study psychology haven't told me about anything. So I don't know. I didn't know that existed until now. That's what I
Fair
said.
Yo,
enough.
I didn't say
okay.
it didn't exist.
Wait, okay.
But
I'm gonna
like
tell you
once
a story, a general story that like it's a short one, Ahmed. I'm sorry. Like, and I'm gonna tell you like a general story that like that like yani, I see that happens with most people that like wanted to study psychology or like at least brought up the idea. And like
Mm.
they go up to their parents, they're like, oh, for university, I want to major in psychology or something like that.
Mm.
بعدين بيقولوا لهم ليه تمشي تتكلم مع المجانين عشان انت ذاتك تجن ولا انت ذاتك تجن ومع شنو and like it's like I heard that or I've read like from multiple people, and like that's what happens when they show that they have an interest in psychology. I know they think, I know the parents think, and know, oh, he's just going to be talking to crazy people, he's going to get crazy as well ومع شنو, something like that.
okay, okay, just like a point. There's actually been a research done that like uh psychologists like when they get like they're a lot more depressed than other than like most people, just because like they're treating like depressed patients, I guess you could say. Because like imagine like they don't sit with just one person, like they have to sit with like multiple people and like hear each one of their stories. And like can you like I'm not trying to diminish like this like the pain that like people go through, but like the psychiatrist or oh my god, the psychologist, they also go like they have to listen through that shit and like and be and pretend like they don't care for each and every single patient that they have. And it's just like it like the amount of shit that like they hear or like have to listen to, like it, I guess you can say that it kind of weighs them down. And like it's like a, I'm not sure if it's like proven, but like there is a study about it. But like yeah, it's not, it's they mean it in a different way, but like it is also kind of true.
Well, um, I guess whatever they go through, or whatever I mean, from going from Ayman's question, is whatever the students go through because they want to study psych. Obviously, that stems or that goes from or branches from the idea and no, oh, depression is not real and that kind of thing, and not just depression, mental illness as a whole, basically. And Yeah, it's just honestly, it's crazy. Like I don't really have a lot of thoughts about it other than other than the obvious. You know, it's crazy. It's something that shouldn't have existed, but sadly does. And yeah,
Okay, I have like one. I don't remember if I didn't say it here. Like, and I said it to in a group chat. Like,
mm,
and who uh what's it called? Mental illness. مع انه right now around the world انا ما هقول في السودان around the world it's getting normalized مع انه it should have been normalized من زمان because يعني honestly like this is like mental illness is actually something that's very serious, and if you are someone that like just like shits on that or just like just يعني shits on someone that has a mental illness, like صراحة what's wrong with you,
Fuck
like
you.
bro, yeah, just fuck you man, what the hell. لكن من
Side note,
ناحية
side note, side note. معلش من side note.
آه.
Did you guys know that like they used to put like mentally ill people in like insane asylums?
yeah.
Bro, they put
I
anyone
think
that just like
I,
didn't fit the norm, they just put them in asylums.
I think asylums still exist. I don't
They
know.
do
They do
exist,
still
but
exist, but like they exist
They
for
do
like
they
still
people that
exist.
exist
are
for
actually insane.
genuinely insane people.
Mm.
Like not like, oh, you feel sad all the time. Okay, here's a straitjacket. You
No,
know,
not just
Yeah.
like
that.
it's
They'd also just like randomly lobotomize people back then. Like,
Mm.
oh, you feel sad all the time? Here's a needle through your eye all the way up to your brain, bro.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. God damn.
Did you not know what a
she was fucked
lobotomy
up,
is,
bro.
dude?
This
No, but
and
okay, let's stop.
keep in mind, this is like this isn't like freaking like Middle Ages or
Medieval
like
times or something.
mid.
Pretty
This
recent.
is recently, you know. Yeah,
This is
Yeah.
like 1980s, 1990, no, not 1990s. I'm not gonna lie about that.
No,
Like in like
I
1980s,
guess you could say
1970s.
from 40s to 70s, I think, or maybe even
Yeah,
before.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. Um. Okay. Uh. How do I say this? طيب.
هتودينا وين يا ماكس؟ ورينا يا مدير.
Honestly speaking, I don't know because it's a pretty sensitive topic. So like, it's pretty hard for me to go into shit. But okay, I guess I'll ask this simple question. Do you guys think
Okay.
that obviously it will happen, but I guess my question is, how early do you think it'll happen? Which is basically Sudan taking mental illness seriously.
Uh,
I definitely think it will take a lot longer than people are expecting. Like despite the
Give
fact
me give
that like
approximate numbers. How long do you think it'll take?
I'd say minimum 5 years,
Mm.
maximum
bro, that's looking at it
maybe
in like a very 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 nice lens, man.
Amen. I did kind of say minimum. Like did the word minimum just fucking pass through one ear, go in one ear, go out the other? Like, bro, what the fuck? Chill. There's the reason you let people finish their sentences, bro.
معلش finish your sentence.
Like I'd say minimum 5 years and like maximum 10, maybe 15 years.
What about you,
Because
Ayman?
like
غايته for
I'm
me. كمل.
because like I feel like there are like some people who take it seriously. It's just not enough, you know.
Mm.
That's why I gave like the initial 5 years.
Mm. What about you, Ayman?
غايته for me, like I don't see it happening anytime in the near future at all, because like
Mm.
the number of people that have like the Sudanese, like يعني I don't like saying the Sudanese mentality, like in let me say يعني the المنتاليتي
Ignorant,
التقليدية, the people
traditional
that
thinking.
have
Yeah.
the traditional way of
Traditional
thinking,
mentality. Yeah, yeah.
the people that have the traditional way of thinking outnumber the amount of people that have like, I don't want to say proper, because I mean everyone has their own way of thinking, and I know some are actually wrong. I don't want to say that all of them are wrong. Like if in Nihaya, like the traditional way of thinking far outweighs the amount of people that have any other kind of form of thinking. Yani. I don't want to say proper. I don't want to say or just like any kind of thinking other than the traditional Sudanese way is just
Mm.
like, it's just like so minuscule compared to it. So yani for me, I just yani like double digits and not like tens, like double
Mm.
digits that are not in the tens.
Mm.
Like
Well,
I'm saying, like
uh,
maybe a whole generation or two later, maybe.
mm. Well,
I
yeah.
mean,
I guess my answer is the same. My answer is the same as yours, and pretty much.
I doubt that
I guess. I
honestly.
guess the problem
Because
is, you could say, is that is it's not, well, part of the there are two parts of the problem. One part of the problem is them being brought up the way they did. The second part of the problem is them being not only ignorant, that's the first part, but not accepting change, although it's inevitable. Like,
صح.
it's one
yes,
thing
that
to
is definitely a huge problem in
it's
like
one
Sudanese
thing
society.
it's one thing to be ignorant, but it's another thing to not want to accept the opinions of other people, or thoughts, or whatever, or change as like in general.
They don't even hear it.
يلا
They like
هو
they literally it literally like they literally think like whatever like they'd be like, oh, like fuck, like I don't even know what argument they use, like because like, it's so stupid, I'd rather not think about it, but like
لا
they
هم
always
like they
they always
hear it.
use an argument, they always use an argument that like whatever they say is like the correct thing, and like they like if let's say they allow you to speak, like even then they like they let you speak just so that they can make a very incorrect point,
الرباط.
a very
Pretty much.
incorrect rebuttal. Like
Pretty much.
it's really stupid.
Oxford, don't forget to hire me.
Okay. we're gonna
Niggas still
are,
on
are we
that,
gonna
goddamn.
are we gonna make that an inside joke now?
Zol, I'm
I
trying to
mean,
get
we gotta
hired,
get a
man.
sponsorship somehow, bro.
You
We
can't
gotta
you
get a
can't forget
sponsorship
the
somehow.
hustle, man.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna say
Can they
anything about
spell
that.
hustle, bro?
Spell
You want me
hustle.
to spell hustle? Yo, P-E-R-T. Hold on. Let me get my round glasses. Round, like
No.
it's
دقيقة.
glasses.
Ayman, let me let
Yeah.
me let me ask you this. If you answer this the right way, like, I'll love you forever. Don't worry, nothing's gonna change. But if you answer this, like, the GTA Respect Plus thing, yeah, that.
راح.
Dun, 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 dun,
Spell red.
dun, 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 dun.
Dude, I don't remember the way he spelled it, man. I'm so sorry, man.
Okay, Ayman,
I'm so
Ahmed, do you know it?
sorry.
Yeah,
Spell red.
RED.
Oh my
No, oh my
God,
god.
Ahmed. No.
I don't get the
No.
meme. I don't get
There's
the
no
meme,
way
dog.
you don't know it, man.
L Beetlejuice. LSTER. That's how you spell red.
Yeah, Beetlejuice, man.
You dig a 6
What?
foot hole. How deep is that hole?
Huh? 6 feet.
Oh
Ayman,
my
I love how
God.
Ahmed, I love how you
R
don't know
slash
these memes.
whoosh. It's just whoosh, man. This is all I can say, man.
Bro,
Whoosh.
The
you
right
dig a
answer,
6 foot hole. How deep is it?
Ahmed,
Is it not supposed to be 6 feet?
Ahmed, the right answer is about like 20 feet.
Wait, what? How? Wait, repeat the question.
Bro, I
Repeat the
swear
question.
Beetlejuice is just like
Ahmed, it's a meme. I'll show you بعدين. I'm honestly surprised how you don't know the meme, but I'll show you بعدين. Anyways, we have to wrap it up. So, thank you guys for tuning in into this episode.
rap ولا sandwich.
If you've reached this far, thank you. Uh, I guess today's topic was a bit
Subscribe. subscribe, like, comment.
On my
Oh.
I'll get to that. I'll get to that. بس بالراحة. like as well
معلش
as نجيبها
معلش.
بالفوق.
Sorry sorry.
لازم نجيبها يا فوق.
step by step.
Sorry.
Yeah. I guess today's topic was a bit more personal, and I guess, as I said earlier, I'm not the type to talk, which explains why I haven't really put too much input about what I've been through, or what whatever the fuck you want to call it. I guess I just gave you guys the surface, and that's all I'm gonna go for now, I guess. And thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, share, all that fucking good shit. Do you guys have any shout outs? Anything y'all want to say?
Are we pulling out the air horns today?
I
Are
don't
we?
think so, sadly. I don't think so, sadly.
I don't think we're doing
Rip.
any
Maybe-
air horns.
Maybe next
Maybe
time.
next time, guys.
Inshallah. Inshallah. Uh,
There, just
So-
like one last point I wanted to say.
thank you guys for
and-
listening.
and
Inshallah, we'll see you guys in the next episode. And peace.
Deuces.
peace out.